Hello, this is Jim Forsyth, Citizens for Sound Money. I was just going to give a quick demo and tutorial for Cryptoniq, which is a plugin that can be used to enable e-commerce with crypto and Kinesis KAU, KAG. So this was a plugin that was existing, and we contacted the developer and funded them to add KAU and KAG. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to use the Citizens for Sound Money website. And then you have to do /WP admin to get to the back end of your website, not ours. So this plugin requires WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce system, and WooCommerce requires WordPress. So it runs on WordPress. So now the plugin, there is a publicly available plugin that does not have KAU, KAG added. Just contact us to get the plugin with those added. So you can come to plugins, add new, upload plugin, and this would be the plugin that we send you. Install it. Now I've already installed this before and gotten it all set up, and the settings are saved. So when you see this, a lot of stuff will already be set that you would normally have to set. Once it's installed, you want to activate the plugin. Okay, and then we can do settings, and you see the Cryptoniq plugin shows up here. Now there is another package, Redux, that is required in order to get this working. It should normally install on its own, but if it doesn't, just you can search. Or you can do add new and then search for Redux and then install it. So there is one setting, if you go to WooCommerce settings, and this is a holdover and a fallback from the days before we had access to a Kinesis API. We were setting prices manually through the WooCommerce API. So you can go to products, coin prices. And so this is where you could have it take the prices from WooCommerce, in which case you could set them manually, but the normal setting would be API, and it should be set to that, and then save those changes. So for the Cryptoniq settings, we can just work our way down. So payment, this would normally be blank, but then you can add different currencies. We are not doing Dodge or TRF. So these are all the Kinesis supported currencies that overlap with Cryptoniq. And then the order status, once somebody pays, what you want that order status, normally it should be processing. Okay, and wallets, just for privacy, I won't show you those, but that's where you would put in your different wallet addresses for each of these currencies. So prices, it can actually show not only dollar prices, but you can show the prices in the currency or in one of the cryptocurrencies. For example, we have it showing up as KAG. Whether you want an icon or text describing it and a divider, we'll see what that shit looks like later. And then we requested that the developer add this calculations. So first off, how many digits do you want to display for each of these? Now, KAG and KAU, transactions can only be up to 5 digits, so we set those to 5. Ethereum 6, Bitcoin 8. So that'll control the display digits. You can also enable a discount or premium on a per currency basis. So if we wanted to give a KAG discount, like if we wanted to discount the transaction fee, we will put in a negative 0.45. That's percent, change the price by that percentage. Maybe we want to do a premium for Bitcoin because it's volatile. So we could say we want to charge 2% extra. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and reset those though. Okay, and then you can provide instructions on a per currency basis. So, for example, send the amount of KG requested to the wallet displayed. Make sure to put the order ID. You'll see this in a second. Put the order ID in the description. If the transaction fails to be detected automatically, enter your transaction ID below. And then we could do for KAU. Okay, save those changes. Titles, this is how it will show up in the list of payment options, pay with cryptocurrencies. I'm going to say, including, somebody may not think of those as cryptocurrencies. You can control the colors of different things. I don't touch that. Keys and license are not applicable. Documentation support. That would be from the developer. All right, so that's the first step, is to get this all saved, set up. Now, if you look at products, look at your products, there's another part of the settings, which is, let's say this, donate 1 gram of gold. Okay. So here's where you'd put in the dollar price, but we can actually, so normally if coin symbol was default, then the dollar price is what would matter. But instead, what we can say is we want to set the prices in KAU, and we want it to be 1 KAU is the price of this, because it's donate 1 gram of gold. This price then will get calculated automatically every half an hour or every hour. But at first it will be blank. And you can also set you could set a sale price in KAU. So to be clear, you want to set these default if you're pricing things in dollars, but you can set it to one of the coin types if you want to set it in that currency. In the end, the user can still pay dollars or KAU, KAG. It's just whether or not the price will be updated to reflect gold and silver prices, or whether or not it will be in a fixed dollar price. And if you look under tools, cron events, and I think a plugin might be required to have these show up, but what you'll see is there's Cryptoniq cron update prices. So if you just added a bunch of products and you set their pricing in KAU or KAG, and you want the dollar price calculated, and don't want to wait for that hour to pass or half an hour, you can say run now and run this cron event. Yeah, so this is the plugin that will give you access to running those cron events manually, WP Crontrol. All right. Let's go ahead and look at what this month looks like. So I'm on a different non-logged into the backend copy of our website. So you can come over here to the support us and to see products. Okay. And prices are just getting displayed in Bitcoin. So let me double check that setting. Cryptoniq prices. Yeah, I flipped this over to Bitcoin for some reason. So let's say KAG, save changes. So in our case, we also have this Lightspeed cache running, and that can cache websites, and that can cause stuff to not update properly. All right, so now you'll see, like here's 1 ounce of silver. The price comes out to be 1 ounce. All right, so we'll test this out by going to the website, going to our store page, and we're going to add a copy of this kid's book, The Illusion of Money, to our cart. View the cart. So it's 9/10 of an ounce. But then $3 in shipping bumps that up a little above an ounce. You say proceed to checkout. I already entered my details in there. You can do pricing Bitcoin. You see the pricing shows up for these different coins, but we want to pay in KAG, so we'll select that and say place the order. All right, and so from here, it tells you how much to send into what account. If you're on the mobile app, you can scan the QR code. If you hit these buttons, it'll copy the amount, and I'll come to my account. And already in the KAG section, I'll click on send, Control V to paste, then copy the address, paste that. And finally down here, you'll see the order ID, with another little button to copy, and you want to put that in the description. Okay, there's your 0.45% fee. Hit confirm, and if we come look over here, it says it's waiting for the transaction. And it should detect it. Okay. So the KAGs, if it doesn't auto detect it, you can come in here and copy your transaction ID. Oh, but it did. Okay, it just took a little second, but it auto detected it. Now, let's try this again, but let's say that we failed to put in the order ID. Okay, proceed to checkout. Place the order. Okay, copy the amount. Copy the address. And let's say we forget to put this order ID in there. Place, and we send it. Okay, then it's never going to detect that coming in because it's looking for the order ID. But you can check your email for a message saying that funds were sent with a transaction ID, or you can refresh your transaction history, grab the transaction ID, and scroll down here and paste it into here. Okay, and that completes the order, kind of. So let's go back to our dashboard, WooCommerce orders. And now you'll see that that first order that we properly put it in there says processing, but this other order says on hold. And it's on hold because the person put the transaction ID in manually, so it was not automatically verified because we did not have the order ID in there. But if you go to that order, you can scroll down and you can see Cryptoniq TX is the transaction ID. You could either look in your account or look on the Explorer, Kinesis Explorer.money, paste that transaction ID in, and you can see when it was done and what accounts were involved. You want to make sure that that was sent to your account, not somebody just grabbed a transaction ID from somewhere. So that's a brief interview or brief introduction to Cryptoniq, the plugin. The developer, Dave, has been really great at helping us out, very responsive. If you have other development projects, he comes recommended for me. And if you're interested in using the plugin, please reach out to Citizens for Sound Money. Thank you.